Welcome to the Dishy Dads, the podcast where culinary creativity meets captivating conversations. Stay tuned for delicious recipes, juicy stories, and inspiring guests. All served up just for you.
Episode 1, Series 1. Don't know what we're doing, but...
As he flips ass over tit on the chair.
Yeah, welcome! Whoosh, gone. Oh, mate.
6 years of planning and here it is.
6 years of planning. 6 years, can't believe it. And here we are. 6 years being what? How long's it been? We have talked about this for about a year, haven't we? And we kept saying, we're going to do it, nothing's going to stop us. And then we seem to take on challenges and
Everything, the whole thing.
everything, the world. And then we just, next week. And then we said, didn't we? Was it like, what was it, October, November? We were like, no matter what, next year, we're doing it.
We are off.
I think the first week, for you,
Yeah, I made plans.
you cancelled on the first episode. Or first, you're like, yeah, Jay, sorry, mate. That whole thing we've been planning for 6 years. I can't do the first one because I didn't listen to my wife and classic dad thing to do as well. Like, yeah.
This is why men don't have diaries, do they? All these ladies carrying diaries around and going, oh, who needs...
Yeah, diaries are for wimps, and then
Don't forget on Monday we're going to but it was a deal. Pound of Prezos for a main course and a drink. So
do you know Prezos? Do you think Prezos is underrated?
I do think it's a little bit underrated. I think their starters are a rip off, but the main courses I don't mind. Well,
Do you think is there any chains that you think, you know what, actually they're all right?
what? They're all right.
They're all right. Yeah, you don't like to talk about it because you know you're a chef and you're like, I want people to know I go to Nando's.
Yeah, I think Prezos is probably one of the ones up there as decent, all right Italian cuisine as a main course goes. I mean, the starters are just like, like £9 for a bit of bruschetta, and you're like going, it's just not good. But main course, right? I always go for their like the veal meatballs.
Yeah,
I'm a big, like, my wife always laughs at me. She goes, "You're a chef," but every time I go out to eat, I always order spag bowl.
but do you know what though? I think it's the classic comforts though, isn't it? I think that's why I love Italian food.
Yeah.
You know, like it is like, just whether it's a lasagna or I'll say some meatballs, but
Just sat there, candle on the table, bottle of red wine.
yeah, but no glass. Keep it classy, mate.
Yeah, so it's just a classic, isn't it?
Do you like the pizza? Have you ever had?
Yeah, when we had that pound deal, I had the pizza.
Very good.
Classic chefing. My wife ordered the small chicken pizza, and I paid the extra £3, so mine was £4, but it's still a good deal. For the large pizza,
Yep.
mine came out long and like this, and hers came out round like this.
Oh, like on a board? Was it like on a board type?
Yeah, and I got my tape measure out of my pocket, and I measured the circumference.
Same.
So I went, same size that is.
Do you know what? The fact you had a tape measure in your pocket. No, I'm not being ripped off here.
This is for the cookery school. I carry it around all the time, so I'm like measuring benches out and stuff like that.
Tape measure is definitely for the pizza, though, right? Just making sure.
Yeah. It's the same size.
You know what? It's hard with pizza. I know, like, thingy, but I like Franco Manca. Yeah, it's like sourdough. I don't know. I think they're quite nice. Yeah, like a spicy lamb mince one. What I used to. I don't. I've only been twice in my life, but I just remember I thought, spicy sausage. Ooh. What?
No. I don't really eat many chains, to be honest.
No, nor do I.
Nando's we hit a few times, but
It's hard, especially when you've got a family, and this is the thing with families, isn't it? It's hard because you're trying to, especially if you've got kids of different ages, you've got to try and go somewhere that sort of caters for a toddler to an 11-year-old in my case. So it's, yeah.
Did your toddler, did your little nipper eat out when they go out? Was it like a Tupperware tub come out?
No, do you know what? We always, as you would, have a bit of Tupperware food, but naturally, just try a bit of that. You just cut a bit up and just give it to him, and he'll just like wipe it around his face, and I know you know the drill. And then yeah. But I think with Italian food, I think I feel like everyone loves Italian food.
Yeah.
It's weird if I met someone and they went, I don't like Italian, because I think there's so like there's so much head of offer, and I just don't know if you didn't like pasta or pizza.
Could you even trust them?
I'd probably call the no, I don't know, mate.
I'm like I said, like pasta Italian for kids is good because like kids just do pasta, don't they? You can just go, you can go like pani pasta or pizza, just get it, don't they?
Pasta or pizza, like, yeah, absolutely, yeah. or margarita. Yeah.
Yeah, but other chains, my little kids like McDonald's. I mean, it's just one of those. I mean, they go in, it's like sugar in it.
Yeah, we probably do McDonald's, I don't know, half a dozen times a year. So we don't do it crazily, but it is only when it's normally like football, like where it's convenient, right? Real convenient, especially with our family's life, and obviously the eldest, Theo, he plays football and stuff, and sometimes, but try my best to feed them before, but sometimes the games are a bit later, and sometimes it's just like say, it's convenience. I do feel bad sometimes. I think, well, it's not that often, so every couple of months or whatever, it's not.
It's all right.
It's not, not every couple of months or whatever. It's not. It's not, not hurting anybody. I remember listening to a couple of interviews, and I remember Sat Baines, loved, great chef, great guy, and I think he said this a little while ago, so I hope this is still like relevant. But I think he said he liked the McDonald's the fish fillet.
Best thing.
Yeah,
it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like he just says, think about the soft bun and the fish and that, and obviously the mayo. He goes, it's almost like you shouldn't, like, so I know you're like shouldn't like this, but it's just I've
not had one. Yeah, I'm not a fillet of fish for years. But I remember when McDonald's first started getting big back in 1950, I used to go no, like in the 80s and like early 90s. Like, a fillet of fish was kind of like my. I remember going into the Bournemouth McDonald's and go, "A fillet of fish, please." And they look at me like it must be that thing that's to cook on demand.
Just so little sold, probably. Yeah.
So where everything else is just ready to go, you go, "Fillet of fish, please." And the old
stop the chips, get the fish. No, joking.
Line cooks at the ready. Go and get the fish.
Can't put the fish in the chip fryer.
So it's like you haven't had one of those for years. Man. I've got to tell. I'll have to grab one.
I wonder if they would still. Because I used to like them as well, but I haven't had one for years. So I wonder if that would still have the same feel about them now.
We'll have to do a dishy dad outing.
Oh my god, absolutely.
2 fillet of fish, please. So,
absolutely, we should. Or maybe help a few different places. And
they're probably like it came off the menu in 1994.
Yeah. Come off after the Second World War, mate. What are you going sorry.
What are you talking about? Yeah. So for the sandwich shop, we're looking at so I'm looking at Ottolenghi in London for a bit of inspiration. So they got like a little chain of places now, Ottolenghi, but that's all fresh. That's all fresh, pretty fresh food. And Leon up in London, which to be fair, I've never tried, man. I've always looked at Leon. I've got a Leon cookbook, but I don't think I've ever been in a Leon in London. So
no, I've not either. No.
Call them fresh fast food, don't they? But I don't know. Yeah. Cookbooks are good, but I've never been in for a.
Again, this may be something to just get a list down and or send us
a list.
Send us a list. Yeah, we would definitely welcome comments, wouldn't we? And we could always, get a list, and we'll just try and. It might take a while to get around to your one, but we'll maybe make once a month of it or something. We'll try and get round in, or maybe in a day we could do a couple, couldn't we?
Yeah, just smash them out.
Smash them out, literally on the 5th one. Like, don't want that fillet of fish.
That's what me and Dan went. Me and Dan went up to do the coffee tour of London before Carby opened. And we did like 9 coffee shops and like 9 flat whites in a row. And I was like,
absolutely buzzing.
Well, mate, I was like, you're drunk on a train. Coffee.
Rumour has it you were moonwalking down the train, weren't you?
There's nowhere to sit. And we're like, let's go in. And I was like,
who wants to go for a jog?
And Dan's talking about food. I'm going, mate, I can't do it. I'm literally, my head was spinning. We should do a London trip because we were talking about it longer than a podcast, a London trip, haven't we? So we have to go up and go.
Yeah, definitely.
Some scram up in London.
Do you know what I'm more loving about this podcast? I think because me and you have both been around for a little while, we've seen a lot and done a lot. I just feel like this is going to open some old memories. We might end up having a mental breakdown. Like, who knows? I worked for him. He locked me in the freezer. Yeah, I can feel it. It's going to end up being a therapy, and people will just be sending us money. I'll get well soon.
They need some therapy. It's true.
Go fund Gary and Jay.
Let me out of the room. It's like a walk-in fridge in here.
You remember when you first started out? I mean, I'm sure it happened to you as well. But when you first start out and you get into a professional kitchen, and obviously they find it funny. I guess I can't lie, because I did it a couple of times, but I almost felt sorry for them. But you go in there now, can you go to the freezer and get the bucket of steam? Yeah. Can you get me the soup fork? Yeah. You go around, you're asking people, aren't you? Soup fork.
Yeah, I was up to the dry stores age 15 looking for the tartan food colouring.
Yeah, tartan, yeah.
Dry chicken lips.
Yeah, dry chicken lips, yeah. Jesus.
Literally, they're all shouting at you. You stood there going,
Yeah, come on!
I need them lips.
Jamie, we need this bucket of steam! Come, private chef! You waste of space!
Well, my mate John, and you know who you are, John. When I think it was my first weekend in the kitchen, there's 36 chefs in the kitchen at a time. So there's 4 in each section, and the head chef who didn't talk to me because I was like bottom of the rung. Yeah. And he goes, "Go and get me some best end of lamb from the meat fridge." And I ran out back, and I was like, "What is a best end of lamb, man?" You know what I mean? I was like. And
I've had a look, and this one looks beautiful. So this is my best.
I get to the meat fridge, and it's like my John, he's like one of my best mates now. He goes, "What do you need, mate?" I went, "Oh, best end of lamb," and he gave me a loin of pork. I need that. Go. And I literally got back to the kitchen, and the head chef just looked at me like that. He goes, "What is wrong with you, mate?" He goes, "You need to pull your shit together or get out."
Especially when you're first out and you literally know nothing as well. Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie, Gary, you probably should know the difference between lamb and pork, but one white meat. Yeah, but God, yeah, it is amazing. I do look back now and I think, can't believe we're still doing it, considering what you go through and what you've been through. And you almost it just becomes natural, doesn't it? And then you just do it, and you almost just forget about anything else in life. That this is just it, isn't it? This is it, and just repetitive, and you always forget how to live your life a little bit, don't you? So when I slowed down, mid-30s, I was like,
and becomes life, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, but you see it now, and I'm fair play to I think Burnt Chef Project's doing a great job, aren't they, of getting out there with the whole mental health and stuff. But I remember when they first came around, I was probably still a little bit naive then. Hey, what do you mean people are upset because they got to go to work? That's what you got to do. That's what you get paid for. And then obviously, I think as my body started, like I said, I got the mid-face, I started thinking more, and then just started thinking, oh no, actually maybe that's. Yeah. Then you start meeting people that have had bad experiences and
proper trauma.
Yeah, and I've met a lot of people. And then I realised I've probably been through a lot, but I never let it register. Yeah. I think you just get on with it, don't you? You do. You just get on with it. We're a chef, we're a man, we just crack on with it.
World War II mentality, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's like
see, my kids shout at me because I obviously grew up as a kid with my grandparents were in the war. It makes sound old, but
you're only 98, you're right. You look great though, mate.
I probably look about 102 after 6 months I've had. But I was listening to about therapy on the radio. They talk about therapy on the radio then and going, it's a real bad thing that the old generation goes stiff upper lip. But I still don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because obviously in the situation of World War II, what was the option? Stiff upper lip or everyone jumping off burning buildings? I don't know.
So I had to get on with it, didn't you? But you can imagine God knows what was going through their heads when they knew that. I don't want to be here. Don't want to be doing that.
Might not be here tomorrow. Yeah. I think a bomb landed on my granddad's house, and him and his mum were hiding under the kitchen table. They came out from under the table, and the whole house was gone. They're like, "Thank God for the decently made table,"
Really?
So yeah.
So IKEA.
Little bowl of Swedish meatballs to simmer around the side. But yeah, so. Well, I suppose our generations are kind of you grow up with stories like that, and then it makes everything else kind of a little bit more perspective, I suppose. So I suppose me being in a busy kitchen, having a pan thrown at my head, I'm going, at least my house didn't get bombed. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of But I suppose the generation now is kind of a step away from it. I mean, it's really historic for them, isn't it? So
yeah, definitely.
It is proper. Kitchens are proper trauma, aren't they? I mean, there's no.
Yeah, but it's weird because I never quite understood. Never thought they were. I just thought that was the way. And you almost tell yourself very quickly, especially if you're in good kitchens at a young age. So I was still young. And I just think because I wasn't grown up properly, that was the norm. So you just grow into that, no, this is how, And then I was quite lucky. I think my first head chef's job, I was 23. Yeah. But all I remember is, no, that's not the way you should talk to people. I'm going to, and I think I just ended up going the opposite way a little bit.
A nicer environment.
Yeah. And I just learned to I ended up becoming I started using the phrase don't belittle, educate.
Yeah.
So you see all these chefs throwing pans at chefs because they've made the sauce wrong. Cool. Well, let's just go back and we'll talk about it, and let's do it again from scratch, and let's see where you're going wrong because you've gone wrong somewhere. Let's watch the process, and cool. Look, now he knows, and hopefully that should happen again. If not, for a pan is no, I'm only joking. But I just don't think you get that. And I remember when I first started, and I think, college. You think you've been to college, and you think, this is. And then you get into a real kitchen. College just literally goes out the window, doesn't it? No one does anything like you do at college, and you don't realise that until you get in a real kitchen, do you? And and then and then all of a sudden you're like, fuck yeah, shouldn't have even gone to college. Somebody said to me the other day, actually, funny enough, for an interview, they said, would you, if a kid now, what would you say a kid leaving school, would you send them to college or would you send them to a real kitchen? And I said, send them straight into work. And not a lot of places now actually can do like NVQs through like workplaces, but I just feel like you might as well just get the real experience straight away. Like just get in there and
yeah. I had a weird one because I went straight into work for like a apprenticeship scheme, and then went to college one day. So I did work for a year, then went to then I went to college one day a week, and it was a problem was I spent like a year batting carrots, and then I went to college and they went, right, today we're going to learn to bat a carrot. And I was like, oh this.
There's a 20-kilo sack of carrots done for you.
Yeah. Knew too much to be at that stage in college.
Yeah, I was a bit lucky. The first year was at college, and then the second year, one of the lecturers that worked at my college, he wasn't my lecturer, but one of them had his own catering company.
Okay.
Obviously, he's gone, do you, literally behind the college as well, do you want to come and give me a hand? Yeah. Oh my God. So what happened was, second year, long story short, I had to do 1 day a week at college. Okay. But I did 4 for him. Okay. But because he's an assessor, he was signing me off like for the bits and pieces. So absolutely. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie. So I feel quite grateful. So you've gotten straight into like heavy outdoor catering and stuff. And the contract at couple of football clubs, Saints, Dell.
Do you reckon that led into doing event catering later on?
Yeah, do you know, I always loved it. And I remember, being a boy from Southampton, but we had the guy I worked for, David, he had the contract for the Dell, which was obviously Southampton. Yeah. And he also had the contract for Fratton Park at Portsmouth. Obviously being a Saints lad in 17, 18 or whatever, right? And he's like, right, Jay, like, you're going to be in this suite today and this is what's going on, and down at Pompey. Yeah.
And obviously, was it crash helmet on?
Bulletproof. But you know what? I mean, I shouldn't really probably say this, but obviously, but look, I met some amazing people down there. Some people I'm still in contact with. Got to know a couple of the players really well back in the day. And do you know what, though? The atmosphere at Fratton Park was incredible. I don't know, so I couldn't say now. I've had a bit of mixed emotions now, but it was I enjoyed it.
What's the history behind that? I don't really do football.
Do you know what, guys? This is another great subject. I've never quite understood the whole rivalry thing. Someone's going to have to tell me, because you're kicking a ball. You live over there and I live over here. Like, why are we fighting? What's the whole fighting thing about?
Someone told me it's about dock workers.
Yeah, there is all that chat as well. But not even just say Southern Portsmouth, but even like all derbies around the country. I've always just thought, surely if you're a local, see me, I want to see Bournemouth, Brighton, and Pompey all doing well, because that's our area. I want us to win together, but we've all got to hate each other. But I don't allow it anyway. So I just let people say what they want. I deep down sort of want everyone to do well, mate, and want everyone to win.
Yeah, I don't really follow football, but everyone goes, who do you support? And I come from Bournemouth.
You said, was it croquet? Never wear them tight shorts.
At boarding school, there's a bad. Well, I've always been a Bournemouth lad, so I kind of believe in a way that you should just support the team that's local to you, kind of thing. So that's kind of my.
That's another conversation where people say, "I support Man United," and I say, "How many times have you been to Old Trafford to actually watch and support? Because support is paying for a ticket to go and watch." Yeah. Oh no, I've never been. Well, you're a fan. You're a Man United fan. You're not a supporter. Do you buy merch? Do you buy a shirt? Or from some dodgy Chinese website, right? So you're not even, like the club are not. You're not giving the club any money to actually physically support them, are you? It's a big word, isn't it? Support. So I'm like, so you're a fan? That's okay. Like, you're a fan of that team. Like, you're not supporting them, are you?
Yeah. But like I said, it's nice to see a home team.
I watch them on my Fire Stick. Well, that's brilliant, mate. Brilliant. So you're not paying Sky. No one's getting no money. But yeah.
Yeah, well, we used to cook for the Portsmouth football team. When I was at Southsea Beach Cafe, they used to come down and do training. And he was like, where do you live, mate? I'm like, Southampton. What was that, 2013 or 14, I guess? So he used to come down there, he used to do like running on the stony beach.
No, I've been quite lucky. I met some good people down there, and they obviously need a bit of work to do to the stadium, bless them. It's a bit outdated, but do you know what? Met some great people there, and like I said, a couple now, 20 years on or whatever, still friends with. So look, it does bring people together.
Yeah, it's probably a hot topic, isn't it? Moving away from it. Get lynched that way.
Yeah, gonna get filled in after the first episode. Yeah, no, that's right, mate.
Yeah, but I'm in Winchester now, so I don't know. Winchester, we've got a football team, I don't know, but yeah, so it's nice. Yeah, so it's where I was travelling to Portsmouth all the time. So now I live closer to Winchester, so it's nice not having to travel far and then whipping up to Winchester, which is a lovely city.
No, Winchester's beautiful, and if none of you have ever been to Carvey in Winchester, you need to get down there and go and say hello to Gary at the back. Not if it's busy though. He gets upset.
If I'm crying.
If you see him rocking and crying in the corner, just leave him. And then you got your sandwich shop in Winchester. Needed. Looks absolutely insane. I know you've only just opened, but said to the missus, we're gonna pop down because just looks, honestly. I could not be hungry, and then you put something up and I'll be like, should we go to Winchester, love? Like, looks amazing. You put a lot of
yeah. We've got some lovely plans coming up for that. So we're working on a bit of hot meat getting in there. So like some churi pans, so now we've got a bit of cooking equipment in there. We can do like churi pans and get chorizo cooking down into French stick and stuff, and tasty grub, mate. I know.
We're just gonna be like drooling all through the sessions, aren't we? So Needed, is it child friendly? So can a family come in and bring their kids in?
Yeah, and that's it. One of the things we've got to work out, because it doesn't really say anywhere. Because I actually found a painting about 3 or 4 weeks ago of like the 1500s and the shops there next to the Buttercross statue, which is like famous in Winchester. So that's kind of like, it's got a real history to it. But no one actually knows this kind of seating upstairs. So that's probably one of the biggest questions. So we definitely need to get some signage up going there, seating upstairs, like a historic fireplace from 500 years ago upstairs and stuff. So yeah, child friendly. We do edible. It's not been on social media. We do edible hot chocolate cups where you can get hot chocolate in the cup, like an ice cream cone, but it lasts.
Not going to melt as you're drinking it, are you? Like, stuck to the chocolate.
We were like edible hot chocolate cups, and like. It's a thing. So like, so we literally tested it for ages because, like you said, the last thing we want to go is like they are little Johnny.
How long does it last? Yeah, like if we don't put hot chocolate there.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes. So it lasts like half an hour hot in the cup, and then you got like 15 minutes, and then after about 45 minutes, it starts going spongy. Yeah. But I mean, we did a load of testing because the last thing you want is like a 4-year-old kid kind of like marshmallows like jumping down their arm. So
the last thing you need some health and safety. Turning up at your door, mate.
Yeah, so it's got so they're pretty cool.
It's banging, mate. Because it's funny because I know there's some like cool sandwich shops, you know, and you see them on Instagram and stuff, and they all look obviously amazing and bougie, crazy and thick. But you think, if I've got my kid, can he just have a ham? No, I'm just making it, but can he just have a ham salad or something? And you're like, no!
Well, from opening time, it's a bit weird because we opened, Winchester's busiest month is Christmas in December because it just smashes Christmas. We've got massive trees, big Christmas market by the cathedral, had a nice drink, needs to get that back. And then, because this is what I'm saying, the cathedral's got such a nice square. When the ice rink was in the middle and the markers going around it, it was proper Christmassy. So we naturally had a really busy December, but I think there's a few things we need to tweak to make it like say more, because we know we've got some grilled cheese in there, some toasties, and some little toasties that dip in soup, so a bit more family friendly. Because the big sandwiches are great and they look great for Instagram, but when your gran comes in, the teeth are coming out.
But this is it though, isn't it? And oh, granny. No, but that's it though, and I think people just get so carried away with everything being bougie, they forget about the kids and the old people.
Well, like we both do, like business development and consultancy people. You kind of like do consultancy for yourself and go, well, hold on, what's my mum going to eat? And hold on, what's my kids going to eat? And
absolutely, absolutely, and it's important that you're creating that environment where you can take your toddler to your granny, so that all the way through, isn't it? That's what you got to try and in your head to try and think of everyone. I'm sure granny will just have soup, and you got soup.
Yeah, that's it's going well. But like I say, last 6 months, that's probably why I look. I mean, I'm only 25. But look at the state of it.
You see them memes, don't you, on Instagram going, saying about that, don't you? Like,
yeah. Mark's only 17. Yeah. Been catering for So tough 6 months. Busy December. 4 a.m. starts or 6 p.m. finishes, but. Got to put a graft in, isn't it?
Absolutely, mate. Look, 100%. And I credit anyone right now that's opening, doing it, or even just still going. Like they're trying their hardest to It is tough. And I know so many people, good people, businesses that people think people are doing well, and they're not. They're still struggling a little bit. And
2025 is going to be a tough one.
it is going to be tough, but I feel like if people are still going now,
Surf the wave.
surf the wave. Absolutely.
Definitely going to need Jamie's men's coaching here, aren't we, at some point to get us
I think Jamie would be brilliant. I think it would be great. Yeah, definitely.
a few weeks of therapy and then
But for us, is that what we turn it into a live therapy session? Are we allowed to cry on camera?
I'm crying on camera, man. This is my safe space.